Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby. I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? I mean, I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Good morning, and happy Monday to you. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and I wouldn't rather be anywhere else, except for maybe Fiji, than here with all of you right now. So, how was your weekend? How's everything going or taking place or evolving, if you will, in your neck of the woods? It is Monday, the 9th day of August. Can you believe it? We are almost done with summer already. It just seemed like it took forever to get here, and then it's flying out the door. But anyway, all is good. All is good. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? What did you do? I was home alone. Brian was in Michigan with his parents and his nieces. There was an open house for our niece Emma. Congratulations, Emma. Graduated from high school, headed to the Chicago area in a few weeks to go to the Chicago Art Institute. So to all the young graduates out there, congratulations, and get ready for the best part of your life. Man. My guest, this second time, it happened once last week. One of our guests had lost a family member last week, so we had someone step up at the last moment. Coach Chuck came in. This I woke up to, so that was at 4 o'clock this morning. I wasn't going to wake any of you up to say, hey, you want to be on the show? So I posted something that if anybody wanted to share, from time to time, we get to be here together. No guest, just us. And that's today. I'm looking in there. Good morning, Brett Wise and Agnes. Facebook user from the UK. Hello, good morning to you. Tell us who you are. You must be watching on one of the other platforms. We're grateful that you're here. Tia Rogers, good morning to you. Now, here's the deal. It doesn't matter if there's a guest here. What matters is that we're here. The promise that where two or more of us comes together, like-minded, with the intention set to pour into each other and to allow ourselves to be poured into, well, there it is. The promise is automatically fulfilled. So here we are. So I have dropped into the comment section the StreamYard link. If you want to come in, there's something on your mind, a joy, a concern, anything like that. I look at these. I used to panic. Two things I used to do. Let me tell you about this. Two things I used to do when I would awaken in the middle of the night. I'd do whatever it takes to hurry and go back to sleep, you know. And then my good friend Dom Fawcett out in Phoenix, Arizona, said, Lauren, stop doing that. You know, you might want to consider just getting up. And I was like, what? I don't think so, but I did. I started getting up, and you would be amazed that I found out that I was being awakened for specific reasons. It is amazing what you can do as far as pouring out great content and having that clear, quiet communication with whatever you ascribe to as being greater than. So I no longer try to go back to sleep. I mean, it's not like I get up and drink a pot of coffee, but if I'm awakened, I ask, you know, where do you want me? What do we need to do right now? And so when guests cancel, I used to be like, oh, darn it, blah, blah, blah. And I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. I figure all things happen for a reason. They happen with purpose. And so it is our obligation, our choice to move forward with whatever it is with purpose. So speaking of purpose, there's the bell of purpose. What's it mean? It means when you hear the bell ring, it's just oh, something's in my eye. Uh-oh, feels like a piece of sand. Might be an eyelash. Okay. Excuse me for that. When you hear the bell of purpose, it's to remind each of us that it's an opportunity here. It always is to lean in, be a part of the conversation, respond, maybe ask a question. Maybe you're the one who is igniting that conversation with a great comment or question. So please, I can't remember the last time I opened my front door and there was a line of people just waiting, saying, hey, Lauren, anything on your mind today? Anything you'd like to share today? And, the conversation that we have, first and foremost, with what is greater than what we believe that to be, and then ourselves, and then others. It's very important. It's very important. So some days, I just take it the way it comes. I pick it up the way it's laid down. Can I get an amen? So here we are. I think I should work up some routines or something. Some soft shoe routines or some, I don't know. I don't want to sing this early in the morning. Did Louise Jefferson have any albums out? Because that's what I would sound like this early in the morning. I'd sound like the female Barry White. And that doesn't even sound like it would be cute, right? So anyway, I just thought we'd talk. Good morning, Robert Brooker, Mark Gassert. Am I saying that right, Mark? Tell me. I'm a big stickler on pronouncing names correctly. Sandy Jew, how are you? Good morning. I'm going to flash some of you up on the screen real quick. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. There's Sandy. Good morning. Mark, welcome. If you're a first timer, let us know that as well. Robert, good morning to you. Tia Rogers. Loving that picture, Tia. How are you today? And all the way from Puerto Rico, our dear, dear sister, Agnes Overman Torres. Brett Wise from the Brett Wise Foundation, sending worthy students, all students are worthy, to high school, paying everything they could ever hope to, all the things they need, let's put it that way. Brett Wise and his organization have sent hundreds of kids to 4 years of education, high school, over in Africa. Brett, I see Robert has shown up. He wants to say something. Get ready, y'all, because you never know. I tell you guys about Robert Brooker. Robert Brooker. Let me tell you about Robert Brooker. When Robert came into my life a few years ago, I was really happy because I was on Facebook and just Facebook. And some days you wonder, well, there's a couple things. Some days you wake up and you go, oh God, Lord, I don't feel like the best version of myself today. Is it fair that I get out there and, because you don't ever want to just go through the motions, like cookie cutter, saying any old thing. And so I used to struggle with that quite a bit back in the early days. But one thing I could always count on, Robert Brooker would always show up. I might not understand everything he's talking about, but you know what? We were having conversation. We were fellowshipping and we were empowering and pouring into each other. And I learned so much, and I still continue to today through Robert. So if any of you, who are you in the UK? Because when you're not on the Bathrobe Moments page, per se, on Facebook, it only shows a blank profile picture. It says Facebook user. So I know it's afternoon over in the UK. Exactly. What is it, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon over there? Welcome, whomever you are, and thank you. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and tell us who you are. If not, we understand that too. So I want to say real quick before I get Robert in here, see what's on his mind. Any of you, if you'd like to come in today, we can I can have up to 10 of us here on the screen. We could have to have a big old party. Come on in. Share what you have to share. It can be a joy or a concern. Good Lord, Robert. I see you in the green room. It looked like he's vaping or something. And I'm gonna wait till he gets here. You can see, you guys, next week, a week from today, Giovanna Salas, she is the founder, the CEO, the brainchild of Heart of Hollywood Motion Pictures, and also this wonderful magazine, Heart of Hollywood Magazine, where she has blessed us, and I mean us, me, you, all of us, because we are a family. He has blessed us, the Bathrobe Moments family, and put us inside her magazine. We're on the back cover inside right now for the next foreseeable future, but she's moving us starting next issue. Trash people are here to the very back. Isn't that a blessing? Thank you. Well, she'll be here actually a week from today, next Monday, all the way from wherever she'll be at in the world. She's between Texas, Hollywood. She might be in Mexico. Who knows? Help me welcome, won't you please, as always, to the show at this point. This is my sidekick, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. Been with me all 6 years of this show. And before I get Robert in here, I wanted to call on you guys and ask you, let me tell you what happened. I've been getting ready. Let me put it up on the screen for you. I've been preparing, rather, for a lot of big things happened in the last few weeks. You guys know I got this cover. See it up there? They moved all of our stuff in here. It's all different. The configuration, I got to get used to it. So anyway, this cover, thank you, Robert Garcia, my business coach, and also the founder of Design Your Own Paycheck. That's right. Design Your Own Paycheck. And also this wonderful magazine, Shift Magazine, where I am so honored and humbled to be the very first openly gay person to grace the cover, and also the first African-American male. So God is great. God is great. God is great all the time. God is good. It just feels really good. You never know what's going to happen until you go into what is happening. Okay. Now I look kind of blurry to me all of a sudden. What's that all about? Anyway, I do look blurry. I'm looking over. Hold on. Somebody told me to do. Didn't work. Anyway, pretend I'm clear. Am I coming in clear? Remember that? Mike TV from one of my favorite shows, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So anyway, I wanted to just say that we are traveling this week. Brian and I and tons of people are headed to Las Vegas for the, I don't know how many they've had, but a lot. This is the Star Trek convention week, and I am going there to host a party on Friday night. It is a reenactment from episode 10, season 3 of Deep Space Nine. It is a gratitude festival, and I am the presider. So I worked all weekend. Brian was in Michigan, like I said. I worked all weekend. I was not about to try to order some Bajorian, because that's the Bajorian people, So anyway, the Deep Space Nine people are going to make a Bajorian nose and put it on me, and there's a Bajorian clip-on earring, but I had to come up with the rest of the costume. So they sent me some photos, and I was going to take it to a seamstress and stuff, but the download said, do it yourself, Lauren. So I did. So you guys will see that soon. And be nice when you talk. I'm sensitive, right? So anyway, that was done. So we're headed to Las Vegas Thursday morning. And then, I said that party, going to MC that or whatever, host it on Friday. And then Saturday's the big deal. The big finale party from the whole week. The Gays in Space people are there. Where's their picture? Let me put that up right there. It is. kind of a creepy. Look at her eyes. That is just. Oof. Anyway, we'll be there. Wrath of Vegas celebration. This is like their 7th or 8th one. They do all kinds of things. And Gaze in Space is a nonprofit organization striving to incorporate the LGBT history and story and future inside of sci-fi, not just Star Trek, but sci-fi novels, documentaries, you name it. And so, I think that's important. Just like, why don't those shows have people that are on the autistic spectrum and say that's what's going on? Why don't they show cancer survivors and that sort of thing? When we talked to Dan Deevy about why Gaze of Space was so passionate for him at the beginning, he said it was because of a conversation. I think it was Gene Roddenberry's son, Rod, was telling Dan or someone in their organization about how back in the day when Gene Roddenberry was presented with the issue of incorporating a storyline in the television show Star Trek. They did the big Nichelle Nichols and William Shatner interracial kiss, which started a bunch of stuff all around the globe. So back in, I think it was the 60s, when was that? If Sherry McQueen was here, she'd know. So anyway, they did this, and when he was asked, why isn't there any, gay storyline or anything like that? They said, well, because in whatever year it is set, the show, that it would be cured by then. So there would be no gay people because they would be cured. Okay, right. I was like, what? Child, let me tell you. So anyway, that's why I love my good friends, Dan Deevy and the rest of the team over at Gaze in Space. And another interesting thing about them that I really enjoy and find interesting is that, did I say interesting twice? That's not a senior moment. That was just a misspeak. So anyway, another thing I love about them is that this nonprofit is actually there to bring something to the future that's not already here. Think about it. That's not an easy thing to say, I think I'm going to start a nonprofit who, da-da-da-da. So hats off to all of you over at Gaze in Space that are doing great work. Now, let's get Robert in here. So anyway, the most important part about that, I believe in this, prayer. I believe in the power of prayer. And let me tell you guys real quick what God told me the other day. I've been in rehearsals a week, all last week, for that, real heavy this weekend, like 5-6 hours at a time. I still have a couple more. And you know what God told me? Sometimes I just look at him and go, for real? This is what he said. He said, Lauren, quit worrying. You have 2 tasks in Vegas next week, just 2. Just concentrate on the 2. And I was like, well, okay, I think I know what they are, but, fill me in. And he said, the first thing you have to do is you have to go to Las Vegas and you have to show them something they've never seen. Okay, now I'm going. Wonder what that is. Right. Then he goes, which also means, number 2, you're going to need to do something you've never done. And I was like, wait a minute. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Okay. So anyway, here's what happened. Get to the rehearsals. I start, I'm doing my thing, and I'm finding that everything I've ever done, things that enabled me to have in this lifetime, not 1, but 2 recording contracts, that thing about, that thing that happens with you creatives know what I mean. When you hit your zone, you're in that space, right? So I started speaking things as if I was writing lyrics for a song and just little one-liner things. And that happened. And it just started transforming me. So now I'm at the point where I'm 90% good with it. Still have a little blocking to figure out. Music's in. We sent the music off to the recording studio. They put it all together for me. And you know what my biggest concern is? Because I'm not afraid. I'm not worried. My biggest concern is when you're bringing something to the world that they've never seen, you don't know how they're going to respond to it. You just go, what if they don't get it? But you know what, you guys, listen, everything that we enjoy today, everything that has helped us understand who we are and the world we're in better today, those people that brought it here sat in that same seat. And so I want you all out there to be encouraged, because the things I do today, not so long ago, believe it or not, they were secrets. They were secrets that I kept to myself, that I didn't want to share with people because I thought either they'd laugh at me. I didn't want to share with people because I thought perhaps they'll think, who in the world does he think he is? And then I started listening to those lies that we hear from the beginning. Well, what are the odds? Do you know what the odds? Do you know how many people try? Do you know how hard it is? And here's the deal. The odds of being born are like somewhere around 1 in 400 quadrillion. Okay, it is the greatest number of odds known to man. And each of us has already beaten those odds before we drew a breath or formed a thought. So to me, I believe the task at that point forward is to create odds, those things for the world to reach to, something to know I can do that too. So that's what I want you to concentrate on. And if you want to come in and talk about how you plan to impact the world, we'd love to hear it. Or you can just simply put it into the chat and we'll talk about it. Robert's going to come in. You want to be my sidekick today, Robert? I'm going to give you the full guest everything. You guys put your hearts on the screen, but more importantly, put your heart into the conversation because he's stepping up like he always does. I'm telling you what, this is my own angel. Here he comes, Robert Brooker.
Hello, and greetings and salutations to my most excellent. Oh wait, now I can't hear you.
I know because you weren't in here yet.
Oh, okay.
You were still, wait for the clock.
Oh.
I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Wait a minute. I'm gonna drop. Hey, I know that house. My client, my coaching client, Carol Rogers, she lives in that same house. Is she in there right now somewhere? Huh?
No, I snuck in.
Robert, I'm liking that shirt. Let's see the front of it. What? I already knew. My chin. Oh, I see. Look, we can see right through it. How is that?
It's sort of blue green.
So that's why it's picking up that's really creepy. And speaking of creepy, I figured it out. Somebody DM'd me the other day. Did you guys hear me talking about how freaked out Brian and I were on Friday? He stayed home because he was, packing and stuff no, it was Thursday because he left Friday. And so anyway, there's this collagen cream because, look at this, right? And I was running out. I said, oh, honey, can you order some more of that cream? And he said, yeah, it was $12.15 when he ordered it. At around 3:30, it was on the stoop already.
Whoa.
I know. And I was like, wait a minute, how can that be? But someone told me that when you see Amazon hiring people for their, what's it called? Fulfillment centers. They have these locations where like warehouses where they keep all of the things that people order the most in that area. And they just go to the shelves. And I didn't know that. I'm glad because you guys have not heard Alexa talk in about 2 months. That's because I'm trying to give her a chance to live in this house. She kept talking when we weren't asking her anything. You used to have to say her name, and then she just started butting in, randomly scared us. So it was either cut the cords off and put her in a garage sale or unplug them. So I've unplugged her for a while. I'm going back when we come back from Vegas and see if she's, decided to work within our rules and not her own. So I know. Tell me about it. AI. Let's talk about AI. Artificial intelligence. Robert, say hello, good morning, and thank you for coming in. I asked people if they had a joy or a concern that they wanted to share today. What's going on in the Robert Brooker's world? Here in Canada, for one.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto, and a joy. Well, it was nice and hey, just the fact that it's nice and sunny outside, and I've already been out for a little walk. I went to get some mustard. They didn't have any mustard. But hey, at least I got outside. Mustard? For a sandwich.
This early in the day?
Sandwiches are good any time of day. When you live alone and you're a guy.
What kind? Yeah, you're a single bachelor. What kind of a sandwich were you having at 9 in the morning?
Bologna. And pepperoni. Pepperoni too.
Hey, Robert, when you were growing up, did you ever have fried bologna sandwiches, or was that just a ghetto thing that we had?
I tried it.
You know how it bubbles up? I used to love that. That and Jiffy Pop.
And peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Somebody told me about those. Everybody eats those. I don't think so. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Anybody out there like peanut butter banana sandwiches? Put in the comments. I don't know about that one. I hate to say this, and I'm not a racist, but I think that's a white person thing.
I had it in
saying.
It was Tennessee where I first had those.
Really?
Yeah.
So is there a secret to how thick the banana slice should be?
Well, it needs to be. You don't want it mushy.
How do you make the perfect banana peanut butter sandwich? In the comments it goes.
Carefully.
Robert, I'm anxious to hear this joy. What is your joy? Let's hear it. Share it.
I don't know. Well, I do know.
You don't know.
I have a feeling I'm going to be getting a new to me car soon.
Okay.
And the only thing I know is that it's a Mazda 3. The one I wanted in the first place. Not the VW Jetta that I currently have.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm waiting for them to come get. They say, well, how long do I have to not pay for it before you come get it?
Oh, you trying to make them come repossess it?
Well, ain't doing anything else with it. Yeah, that's another show.
Excuse me. So, Robert.
Well, actually, I'm not doing that. We have OMVIC regulation up here. And then there's also unconscionable representation where they sell you a car that you can't afford. And you have a year to return it. And I'm going to get a lawyer and do that. And that way, they have to take it back. And there's no penalty to you or your credit rating, as far as I know.
So, Robert, the Joy is the new car?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Okay, here we go. This is...
Good morning, Agnes.
Huh?
I said, good morning, Agnes.
Oh, no. We love Agnes. Hi, Pat E. Scott. You're new. And I wish I could. Don't you wish you could blow up? Wait, you can. Go on the page, blow up the profile picture without having to go to their page. From what I can see with my Elvis liked them. She said Elvis liked those peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Isn't that interesting? You know, Pat, just a few weeks ago, probably a couple months now. You guys remember when I got that movie script in the mail? And I read for those parts. There were 6 parts. One of those parts was a black Elvis impersonator. That's the first thing they called me. I was like, well, what would make y'all think that I could be almost? I did it too. I sure did. I got to sing a Christmas song as the script ended, as Elvis, and they were all clapping and stuff. So who knows? You might see me in a jumpsuit. And ooh, jumpsuits. Now there's something you don't see every day. But listen, Pat Scott, I want to say thank you for joining us. I don't know how you got here, but like Olita Adams used to say, I'm just glad. Get here if you can. I'm glad you're here. God bless you. Look, Yolanda Riley, miss your face. Bernadette, how are you? Good morning, all of you people. Beautiful, beautiful people. So
yeah, it's nice to see Mark Gasser here too.
You know Mark?
He's a longtime friend from Jeffrey Gittimer's morning 9:59, and even before that.
I remember you used to say that was one of your morning groundings you wouldn't miss, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Robert, let's get back to this joy. First of all, you guys out there, and that, including all of you, I would like to know, what are you manifesting as far as, I'm trying not to give away what I'm trying to say. So if you need more in your life, okay, you want to pay some bills, you want to get a new car like Robert, you want a better home, bigger home, whatever it may be that requires monetary support, what is the thing that you set your intentions on? What is the thing you manifest? I want to know. Let's use one word. Everybody, drop that word into the comments. That's what we're going to talk about, because I just learned something. I had a download a few weeks back, because you remember, Robert, were you around a couple months ago when I met the angel I can't say which angel because it's going to give away what I'm trying to get to. Yeah. Anyway, remember when I got that money that I'll get every month from the military for the rest of my life, and I never saw it coming? Right. And it was because of this approach. I believe now, because I've been told, the reason it happened for me, because I had that angel, and I said, what is this scarcity mindset I have?
Yeah.
How come I can't get past that all these years? And they told me, and so I changed it. I stopped here. I'm going to give it away because I can't talk around it anymore. I quit saying, I'm going to manifest some money. I'm going to manifest a new car or whatever it may be. And I was told by the angel of abundance to start manifesting abundance.
Abundance.
Because when you do that, it means everything that can be of service. I mean, it means I have more opportunity to help people. I have more unconditional love to give away. Everything that can be greater becomes just that, because abundance is just more than you need for yourself, which, when you think about it, plays right into the promise of being of service, or the edict, the commission, if you will, that we have. So, Robert, to get this car, how did you set the intention?
It goes back to those old Mazda commercials.
Oh, Lord.
Where that little kid at the end is going zoom zoom.
I remember that.
Well, I want to zoom zoom, and you can only do it in a Mazda. So the Jetta kind of goes zoom, and then the transmission says, "What are you doing? Stop doing that," because it's German and doesn't like fooling around.
So in your mind, no, what do you call it when you are bringing something,
speaking something into, well, I speaking it into existence.
Speaking it into existence. I have said that as well. So do you see just the car? Do you ask for one thing?
I see the dealership. I know where I'm buying it.
Okay.
And I've been there before. And it's not far from me. I could even walk there if I was so inclined, but I don't have to because I have a bus pass.
Oh, okay. See, y'all, let me just tell them what's going on here. So you guys, those of you who know Robert, you know that we have to keep Robert on task, because next thing you know, you start off talking about Cocoa Krispies, and next thing you know, you're talking about getting a bunion removed or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like you start here, you don't go anywhere. So, but here's what I want to know, because people are already putting into the comments that word or how they see it. Now, where's my uh-oh. Let me use my hand. I got to go over something. My mouse, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So here's what we're hearing, Robert, and tell me what you think. I've heard, let's see, your good friend, Mark Gessert says servant, mindset, visualization. Favor, says James Felt, favor. So, in favor, I like that. Favor is like abundance, because favor is favor. If what is greater than God, whatever you ascribe to, what name you put to it, shows you favor, is going to be something you want, right? So, Robert, have you ever heard that? Yeah, Mark Gessler, Robert is deep. You got that right. Deep, deep, deep as the ocean. So, Robert, have you ever heard people, a lot of Christians too, I've heard people say, and I agree with this, that they pray too specifically. God cure this, or God bring me a man or a woman, or God give me the money I need to pay this thing. And I've heard that it's not such a good thing to be so specific. But in your case, speaking it into existence, you said you saw the actual dealership. And I believe in that because of like vision boards and stuff. So
yeah.
Did it work?
Well, it hasn't worked yet. I'm expecting a wee bit of extra abundance from the government. They wanted me to update my income statement, and I did it wrong the first time. So I talked to one of their experts. I said, "How do I do this?" And he said, well, "Okay, what income did you have?" And I told him what I had. He said, "Okay, this is okay. This is how you have to write it down." And then when I filled it back, sent it back in, they said it's going to be 8 weeks until we review it. 8 weeks. Now, that's a long time.
Yes, it is.
And I think I have 6 or 5 to go still. So I'm waiting for that. So that's sort of like a forced savings, which is good because I'm no good at saving money. I'm good at spending money. I'll spend. You fill my wallet, it'll be gone before the end of the day. Don't ask me what.
So money burns a hole in your pocket?
Yeah, it does. Well, I have no holes in my pocket, but my wallet's in rough shape. I need a leather wallet to survive the heat.
Wait a minute. So do you feel that has okay. So do you think that has a part? Does that play a part in how these things make their way to you? because they have to come when you're going to be able to do the best with them too. Sometimes we ask for things, or we attempt to manifest things, if you will, that we're not ready for, or that we just flat out don't need. It may be what we want, but it isn't what we need. And Robert, you've heard me say this before, that there's a difference.
Yeah.
Want is a wish list. I just want it just because. But need comes with a plan. Now, when you give me what I've asked for, here is what I am going to do with it. So why do you feel you need this specific car? Why this specific car?
Well, I don't know what it is. Never had one, never driven one.
Okay.
Never even sat in one, but that never stopped me before. The last car I had, I bought without ever having driven one or sat in one. As soon as and you know how that came. I was in work jail. So I came back from getting married. Yeah, I came back from getting married, and apparently I was in trouble. You know, and I found out why all this happened. It was because I married the girl I married, and her parents weren't too happy about it. Not that they'd ever say it to your face, but behind the scenes, they had a codependent relationship with her that was so strong. When she came up to Canada, it was like.
So when I ring the bell, we got a sub meaning to using the bell today. The bell is going to be Robert. Back to the original point.
Yeah.
So Robert, what did you mean when you said
work jail?
Yeah.
Oh, they said you got to sit and see the boss, but they don't tell you because they're a military-styled organization, and it was given.
Okay, so you're in trouble with your employer.
Yeah, except I wasn't. They just want you to think you are, and they want you to sit and worry. So I was there all week long, and just sitting there all day. I get paid for it.
Okay.
And you sit there for your whole shift, and then you go home.
Okay, and this ties into the car. How?
Yeah, because I was flipping through the Auto Trader, and I saw this Nissan Maxima pop up, and it had just popped up. I phoned them. I said, "Is that car available? I want it. Here are my conditions." And I just didn't even think about, and they agreed. And that was a nice car. Okay.
So now, how about this one? How are you making this one? How are you manifesting this one?
How am I?
Well, we're on the front end. So when Robert,
it's in my heart. It's not in my head.
See,
my
heart
you guys,
wants that's
that
why
car.
You got to wait on it. With Robert Brooker and a lot of people, including ourselves, sometimes we just have to be said, wait on it. Here it comes. Wait on. So it's in your heart.
Yeah, I'm used to talking through my heart, using my fingers in the keyboard. That's where I'm really good. Verbally is not so good. I have more work to do on that side of things. So you know my comments, how they impact.
Yes.
That's my specialty. Taking what's in my soul, what resonates with me, and sharing that feeling through my fingers and the keyboard into the comments with raw emotions attached. And that's won me a lot of friends. Just by doing that.
See, right. And I know I'm ringing the bell. Let me see here. We're going to throw some stuff up on the screen real quick, just so that everyone gets a chance to see what everyone else is saying. Tia says that finding the best of life and living it in confidence, being myself and enjoying it is how she does it again. James Felt says he believes he says favor is what brings things in. Mark says 3 words actually: servant, mindset, and visualization. And the rest of you, what say you? What do you do? And this is another thing. So, Christianity, people that ascribe to God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, all of that, they ordinarily pray. Okay, some just sitting where they're at, closing their eyes to conversation. Some people get on their knees. You have Buddhists and people like that sit in front of altars and gong bells and put fruit and stuff in all those kind of burn incense. You have Native Americans who, what's that called when they light that stuff?
Incense?
Smudging? Yes, smudging.
Oh, smudging. Yeah.
They do all that. So, Robert, first of all, if you feel comfortable sharing, what do you ascribe to? What belief system? What do you call that entity, that force, which you believe is greater than you?
Well, I believe in Jesus. Now, I used to say, someone I didn't know, once told me, I was walking in joy because I knew who was walking with me. And he goes, "You look like you could take on this whole neighborhood." And it wasn't a nice neighborhood. And I said, "Yeah, you're right. I could." I couldn't visualize, I couldn't even think of defeat. That word didn't even come to me. I couldn't, I wouldn't, I could not visualize me not getting along with every single person in that neighborhood and earning a friend in everybody I met. And I just knew that. I knew that there wasn't anybody in there I couldn't be friends with.
How did you know that, Robert?
Because that's faith. That's called absolute faith. When you know who's walking with you, you walk in joy.
Told y'all. See? Yes, I got chills. You just dipped me in some spiritual freon. Another bell. There you go. Yes, absolutely right. Faith. And here's another thing from our dear new friend, Pat Scott. She says, I pray mostly for peace within and without. I'm loving that. Peace beyond understanding. And Mark also says, Robert's comments are like a Henry Davis oral. Yes.
I know who that is.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets that,
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Now, what about this one? What goes through your mind? Well, first of all, I want to know, when you ask for these things, do you see, you've done yours out front, you know, but a lot of times we ask when we're painted into a corner, back against the wall, last minute. And I wonder if that has an impact. What do you guys think? When you're praying for something last minute, does that mean you didn't think about it? You weren't expectant, or what? You know, sometimes things pop up that we don't expect, we don't see coming, and we need something now. But for the most part, we kind of see what
it kind of shows where God is in your life.
Say again?
It shows where God is in your life, what place God has. If you're thinking, you don't think about God till the last minute, God's not in front.
Told y'all. Right. And you know what? That is so true. Nobody, my mom, God rest her soul, Lucille, my birth mom, my Eve, one of the first things she shared with me when we met for the second time after 32 years, she said to me, now, you know, Lauren, no one wants a friend or anyone in their life that the only time they see them, they walk through your door with their palms up, wanting something from you. Sometimes it's nice just to say hi, because, well, what do I owe this call? Nothing. You don't see how they even phrase that. To what do I owe? What you trying to get? You know, that sort of thing. So, Robert, you hit it on the nail right there. Asking last minute. So what do you do to keep him in the front?
I don't worry about anything.
You mean that?
Yeah, I don't worry.
How do you not worry? Isn't that a human instinct?
No, I made a new habit. I replaced that habit of worrying with the habit of acceptance. I accept people for who they are, where they are, and I don't worry about judging them, because that's a bad habit I threw away a long time ago.
Amen.
That was a painful habit, judgment. Yeah.
Okay.
But when you accept someone and you're happy to see them, and I'm usually happy to see anybody. So, and I see a lot of people. People can tell, you know. I try to stay off the buses because I go back into the old serious Robert mode there, because I used to drive those things. Yeah, sometimes I liked a bus that ran on time, and I drove a mean bus, and I like my passengers to get in and sit down really quick. I said, if you don't have the fare, I last drove one in 2002. Then I went down into the subway and drove the train until 2017.
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. I started in 1990.
Wow.
That's why I get paid to sleep. Not a lot and not enough, but I get paid to sleep. So there's that.
You know, Robert, I tell people this all the time. They'll be like, that Robert Booker, just in case, you know, just in case. I don't pay extra close attention. I remember that from the very first day I met you. Like, got kind of different, but
that's what happens. Yeah, what happens when you're left alone as a child for too long. And I was always left alone as a kid.
Oh, here, we got some more comments. Yes, I know that
Miles
feeling.
Davis.
We're going to come back to that. Tia says, when I pray, I never ask for anything except his will in my life. And I thank him for life daily. Now we're going to come back to that one too. It's like, I know for a fact that I have more than one entity interceding on my behalf. If you're a Christian, you know you have angels, you have the Holy Spirit, you have all kinds of things that fall under the term heavenly hosts. So even though that's why I say now, I ascribe to what is greater than, because I'm amazed by a butterfly, a plant, anything that has a life force that can do something that I can't. I say it's greater than me, and I can learn from it. It's greater than me. I'm just curious why for so long, like when I was in organized religion, I too ascribed to him, man with the beard, this, that, him. And I don't know. What talk about that, you guys? Put it in the comments. How do you feel about that? Do you believe it's more than a him up anywhere? And then here's another comment from Pat Scott. She says, yes, Robert is so right. I stopped worrying too. It's useless. It means you don't believe. That's right. You know what? I don't think I really ever connected that when you worry, it means you don't believe that that's a great point. See what happens when we pour into each other and allow ourselves to be poured into. Do you see? So right there, I bet y'all all thought, well, how do you not know that? Well, I'm on the journey just like y'all. I wouldn't be here if I thought it was all about me, me, me. Why would I need y'all? I could just sit in a room full of mirrors and go, look at you. Hi, look at me. You know, it's not the power of me. It's the power of we. Right? So there you go. Now we got some more. Mark also says, remember what Miles Davis said, do not fear mistakes, for there are none. Again, ringing the bell. I too believe there are no mistakes. I believe there are missteps, but no mistakes. They always lead us to where we need to be. And then Sandy, great comment here. I find it hard not worrying about other people's opinion because we are all social human beings. So worrying about other people's opinion. Now, Robert, I know, you sit back and under you go, they think that they sitting here talking like I'm not even here, talking around me, this and the other. And you can see people roll their, I already know. So talk about what Sandy just said, worrying about other people's opinions.
It took me 42 years to understand that what other people think of me is none of my business. And that was not without medication, because clinical depression is part of me, and it's always been there. I remember 5 years old, I was a monster, and there were times when I wanted to be anywhere but inside my own body. Even back then.
Who hasn't felt that? Thank you, Jesus, for that delivery. Thank you. Yes.
But things even out, over time. And things are tight right now, and I'm having to do something that I'm very good at, but I don't like to do for myself, and that's clean my apartment. I can clean fast and efficient, so fast and efficient. They want to pay me less because I'm so fast. They think,
well, that didn't take you much. Why should I pay you? Right?
Yeah, and then they try to do it themselves. Then they realize,
there's
why did you do that? No, I'm just that good. So,
Robert, why do you think that that's an issue, a slow roll, if you will, in your own? Why do you think that is?
Because I used to jump to conclusions so fast, it make your head hurt, head spin, like, and then I'd be like worrying for years about something that happened once, and it just doesn't make sense.
It does. It's funny you say that like that. Not funny, interesting. That's funny is a word that deceives. Whenever someone says, "Oh, that's funny," it's so funny. I go, "Why aren't you laughing?" Because funny is what comedians want.
Sherry.
And jokes are what comedians tell. So if you lead it back, it tries to when you say, "Oh, that's funny," it tries to put that in front of the truth so that you think it's a big joke. So be careful of those words that deceive. Now, Robert, when you said what you said, my mom, Lucille, also told me this the very first day. Because I was worried. I was worried about what my siblings would think, because all those years they thought I was dead. Now, all of a sudden, I knocked on her door at 2 p.m, and somewhere in the next 24 hours, they're all going to know I'm alive. So she said, Lauren, listen, before we even make those calls, I want you to understand something. If anything happens through any of the people that you're going to meet in this family or outside regarding this, remember this. One thing is you found who you were looking for. My name is on your birth certificate, no one else's, your father's, but mine, and you knocked on my door. But if things don't make sense to you, just remind yourself the reason it doesn't make sense to you is because it ain't got shit to do with you. And there it is. And that's exactly how she put it to me. She dropped it like it was hot, and I picked it up like it was hotter. There we go. And that's the truth. Saved me so many steps about taking things personally, making assumptions, 2 of the 4 agreements. So very good point, Robert. Mark also said, as far as the he, she, they, them, those aspect of what we believe in, he said, God is all a mystery. Yes, thank goodness. There is no him, he, she, or her, etc. God embraces everyone and everything. And I am ringing the bell 3 times on that one. Thank you for that, Mark. And Sherry, welcome. You're late. No worries. We missed you. We were already asking where you were. So welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. Now, listen, we've got just a few minutes left. Now, we're going to, only because I have to. And here I was worried. There it is. Worried that, what am I going to do for an entire hour? And you guys just always, I don't know, I'm never going to worry about it again. I'm making that day, I'm professing it, and that's just the way it's going to be. When we come back, we got 1 minute. I'm going to take us into a quick break. Let me see. Vegas. Who wants to come to Vegas this week? We still have room. There's still tickets. Here we go. We'll be back. Don't go away. Thank you all for sticking around. I'm Lauren Michaels Harris, and we're almost finished with today's episode of Bathrobe Moments. My guest tomorrow is Lonnie Hankins, and she has a great story. You're going to get to know her, first timer here tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Daniel Echeverria, the host of Weekly Dose of Dano, will be here. He's also an associate producer with the E360 Network. And then, of course, Thursday and Friday, we'll be showing some of the best episodes ever as reruns, so make sure you don't go to sleep on that. Come in and watch some of your favorite repeats. Before I get Robert Brooker back in to help me, he's my little co-host today. We got a couple minutes left. Got to get this done. I drink my protein shake every day. I get up at 4:14 in the morning, my angel numbers, and get myself off to the health club because I want to be the best version of myself. I was a Diet Coke drinker, but I've traded that in for V8. Why? Not only are they a great sponsor, but because V8 is 100% vegetable juice from concentrate. It has 60 calories in a can. Can't beat that. And 2 full servings of what you need for vegetables each and every day. So don't do like I used to do. Oops, I could have had a V8. Get in front of it. Get it. It's easy to find. Head down the juice aisle of your local grocer and get your V8 today. It's not legal until I drink something, they said. There you go. Robert, where are you? Robert, there you are.
Here I am.
You got a couple minutes left. So, Robert, when do you take possession of your new car?
Oh, that remains to be seen.
when it's time, right?
Yeah, when it's time.
Because
I'm
I
not. I'm
want
not.
you to
I'm not
look.
worried about the when. I just know it's going to happen.
There you go. And when it happens, we are going to either get you back on the show, or I need you to take a picture and send it what you stand by, and we're going to get you to talk about how you manifest it. What color are you going to get?
Oh, I'm wide open, but if it's maroon and if it's a manual transmission, I'll be real happy.
Okay, well, put it out there then.
Yeah,
Put it
and
out
air
there.
conditioning that works.
Of
Yes.
course, got to have that AC. Well,
Mhm.
listen, I love what we talked about here today. And Robert has already come forthright and told us that he is in the process of manifesting this new car. He knows what color, he knows what he wants. And here it is, people. We can have any and everything that serves us. Remember that. Ask for things that serve you. Don't just ask for money, ask and manifest abundance, more of everything, because you can do more for everyone when you think that way. I am so excited that we know these truths and that we lift each other up through these truths. Can I get an amen? There it is. So
amen.
That's right. That's right. So you guys, just be encouraged. Today was a special day. It's not because the guests didn't come. It's because we did. We showed up and we poured into each other. So take what we've heard here today, what we've shared here today, and give it to someone else. Get out there today and do what we do every day. Leave every person, every situation you meet, just a little bit better than the way you found it. When you do that, you become the gift you've always hoped to receive. So that's it in a nutshell. Look for the E in the R. Take great to greater, bright to brighter, smart to smarter, and nice to nicer. I'm Lauren Michaels Harris. Say goodbye to everybody, Robert.
Bye, everyone. Time to go love me some Jeffrey.
There you go. And yes, thank you, all of you. I don't know if it's your first time here or not, but I certainly hope it's not your last. Join us tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central, God willing, out on the front porch for our next episode of Bathrobe Moments.
And thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day, all. Bye.